Nice. Thank you so much for coming and hearing us today and being with us. I'm shocked by what I've seen today. This is my 5th visit to Iraq since 2007, and the suffering is worse than anything I've seen in that time. Do you want to try? Okay. Since I was last here in Iraq, another 2 million people have been forced from their homes, mostly in the last 6 months, and this time Iraqi citizens. The spillover from the Syria conflict has been devastating. The brutality of the conflict and the speed and scale of the displacement has shocked the world, and help has come, but not nearly enough. The Kurdistan region of Iraq is hosting almost a 1/5 of its population in displaced people. Almost a 1/5 of its population in displaced people. And yet the people remain welcoming. It is quite extraordinary. I have met women who were kidnapped and escaped and are now too traumatized to speak. I have seen families with young children living without tents with another 2 months of winter to go. Children whose parents were murdered and are now here unaccompanied. A 19-year-old working as the sole provider for his 7 siblings. I've met mothers whose children have been kidnapped by ISIS. As a parent, I cannot imagine a greater horror. And they are overwhelmed by the thoughts of what is happening to their children right now, with the knowledge that there is abuse, slave labor, and sexual slavery. I would ask people around the world to put themselves in the shoes of these innocent people in these tents and makeshift camps. The families I've met today who have been assaulted and abused, their family members murdered and their homes destroyed. Millions of people are internally displaced, and over 5 million children are in dire need of humanitarian assistance in Syria alone. They are paying the price for our collective failure to end the conflict which has allowed extremists to take hold. Today, as we approach the 5th year of the Syria conflict, a staggering 13 million people are displaced across Syria and Iraq. Border countries and their citizens are under immense strain. The international community has to step up and do more. UNHCR received only half of the funding it needed in 2014 for programs in Iraq and Syria, and is extremely concerned at the slow pace of pledges for this year. Without more assistance, the situation is unsustainable. We have to ask, since we are unable to keep the pace of the needs of refugees today, what will the situation be a year from now, 2 years from now, if there has been no progress? We urgently need to find a path to a just and sustainable peace in Syria. It is past time for leaders on all sides to find a common ground and a way to move forward. It is not enough to defend our values at home. We have to defend them here in the camps and in the informal settlements across the Middle East and in the ruined towns of Iraq and Syria. We are being tested here as an international community, and so far, for all the immense efforts and good intentions, the international community is failing. The people I met today need to know that we will be with them, giving them the support they need to survive for every day that they remain displaced. And above all, they need to know that one day they will be able to go home and that there will be an end to this suffering.